Welcome to Rediscovering Your Inner Child, Part 11. I'm Debbie A. Anderson, and I'm the creator of the Vibrational Earth Children Oracle deck, which is a deck we use in these videos. After this video, there are just 2 more bi-weekly videos in the series, Discovering and Reconnecting to Your Inner Child for healing, forgiveness, and acceptance of yourself. What I want to do before we dive into this reading is to look at the aspects we've covered so far. When we recap why Metatron, who's sitting here behind me, made the decision for me to create 13 episodes, it was because, numerically speaking, 13 is where we tap into our own intuition to find perception and guidance from our angels, our inner child, and our guides to help us and spirit friends. For those of you who've been watching every second week, Part 1, the beginning of our journey, we looked at who we were then and who we are now, the vibrational adult. Part 2 was about serving our purpose and how our inner child could be helpful to us. Part 3 embraced how we and others identify with our inner child, big one. Part 4 looked at how we could connect and bring that child within us to the surface more. Because if we're not bringing her or him to the surface, we need to. Part 5 spoke to what story we want to write for ourselves right now. 6 was learning to trust and see things more from a child's perspective. 7 was looking at dreams, the dreams we had, and how we can make them happen now. So some of us haven't fulfilled those dreams that we've bought and held with us from childhood. Part 8, we asked how to get closer and hear what we're being told from within. Part 9, we faced what boundaries we have may set upon ourselves. Not a nice one, but we have. Part 10, questioned the possible lies that we've told ourselves and how to heal that pain. Bringing us to Part 11, the episode where we look at happiness with others, ourselves, and ultimately our inner self. Being in this position, we look at this element in total openness and ask ourselves these inner questions. Are we trying to please everyone else at the expense of our own vibrational happiness? Not a nice one, but it's one we want to look at. It is the relationship we have with both ourselves and others that is instrumental in every facet of our vibrational being. So now, I like to take a moment to connect and tune with my inner child. Allow Metatron to come through as I shuffle the deck and reflect upon the questions. So I'm in that moment of being here and right now with you guys. And so the first question I want to ask today is, why do I feel I'm always seeking happiness? Why do I feel like I'm always seeking happiness? Sorry, I lost all thought there. My happiness was obviously in that Zen moment of not trying to be here or being somewhere else. Okay. Why do I feel like I'm always seeking happiness? And the card, as I shuffled and have drew, is knew something. The second question is, why am I always trying to please others? Holy smoke, that's a biggie. Woolly bully. And the third and final question, are my relationships draining me instead of being supportive? I see you. So now let's see what is being given to us from the spiritual realms with each of these cards. Why do I feel I'm always seeking happiness? Because maybe whenever you get something new, it feels great and exciting for a while. We love it. But then we find something else that is new that we want to fill that void. And so it goes on ad infinitum, basically. Remember as a child telling a parent that if they bought you that one particular toy, you'd never ask them for anything again. That feeling of being fulfilled and content stayed there for a while once we got that new something. But then something else caught our eye and we cast aside what we had in a hope of getting a new toy, a new fix. Maybe this is time for you to revisit why you may keep feeling this way. Is there something you really, really, really want, need and desire? Or are you just trying to fill that void with something, anything, to make you feel better? A biggie. Once you can answer that question, you will understand why you're always seeking. All right? The second question is, why am I always trying to please others? Woolly bully, woolly, woolly, woolly bully. Because like a small child that can be easily bullied into doing something they don't want to do, you're still allowing this to happen to yourself. We've all done it. Please someone else, so it's not to hurt their feelings or let them down. But afterwards, we feel bad about ourselves. Been there, done that, got the scars, folks. So stop the next time you feel yourself in this situation. Ask your inner child, tap in to your inner child and say, what should I do? And follow and respond to what your intuition, your inner self is telling you. Okay? Don't be bullied into something to please others, because what happens is we displease ourselves. We get upset, irritated, annoyed, and ultimately our vibration changes because of it. You don't want to be feeling like that. Okay, woolly bully. And the final question and card is, are my relationships draining me instead of being supportive? I see you. Do you really see you? Are you attracting the wrong energy towards you relationship-wise? It is a question you truly need to ask yourself, your inner self, and wait for the answer, because if in your eyes you feel you're being watched, graded, or ranked by those around you when you answer yes, and because of it you're not being supported, loved, or honored, okay, maybe you need to ask yourself if you are the one draining these people and it's not them draining you. Remember, they're both sides to a coin. So be very aware of what your inner child is sharing with you on this front, because if you don't see what is going on, you are the one who will not benefit. Due to our adult immaturity or childishness, because if we don't want to see it, be it straight in front of our nose, we're not going to see it. Yes, I have my silly ears, my headpiece on today. I just felt all sparkly and snowy because it's cold outside where I am and it's frosty and not very nice, but it's still a beautiful day. Okay, so back to this. Because we all know if we're the ones not taking responsibility for our own actions, we can only avoid it for so long. All right? Are we also allowing others to judge our relationships based on what their expectations are, or what they feel we should have or shouldn't have? That's another aspect to it, all right? So don't allow yourself to feel that way. Check in and work out what is going on. Check into your inner child. He is there to work with you. You are one and the same, all right? Again, thank you for being very receptive and willing to open up to the vibration of divineness, which I believe is heaven sent all the time. All right? We're given these gifts all the time and we need to see them. The more we appreciate everything that we do in this life, open, accepting to ourselves, the more it helps us. All right? So the next bi-weekly episode will be on Wednesday, December the 16th, which will be episode 12. See you then. Meanwhile, enjoy and embrace your vibrationalness, being and embracing your inner being.